Are you ready, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very fortunate to have the association of the great Shachitanya Gaura Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 5, chapter number 14, and sloka number 42. Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhu. Prabhu, you will be able to share the screen, slokas?
No, Prabhu, I don't have anything as such to.
No, the slokas, Prabhu, or should I share? I will share from the mobile.
Hi, if you can share because I want to refer to other slokas in between.
Okay, Prabhu, no problem. We can start, Prabhuji. We can start with.
Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadishatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। तस्येदं Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 14th chapter, 42, say, text 42. तस्येदमुपगायन्ति आर्षभस्येह राजर्षे आर्षभस्येह राजर्षेर्मनसापि महात्मनः नानुवर्त्मार्हति नृपो मक्षिकेव गरुत्मतः। तस्येदमुपगायन्ति आर्षभस्येह राजर्षेर्मनसापि महात्मनः नानुवर् नानुवर्त्मार्हति नृपो मक्षिकेव गुरुत्तमः। तस्येदमुपगायन्ति आर्षभस्येह राजर्षेर्मनसापि महात्मनः नानुवर्त्मार्हति नृपो मक्षिकेव गुरुत्तमः। Synonyms. Tasya of Jadabharata idam, this glorification, upagayanti, they sing. Arshabhasya of the son of Rishabhadeva, Iha here. Rajarshe, the great saintly king. Manasa api, even by the mind. Mahatmanaha of the great personality Jadabharata. Na not. Anuvartvarhati, able to follow the path. Nupa, any king. Makshika, a fly. Iva, like. Garutmata of Garuda, the carrier of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Having summarized the teachings of Jadabharata, Shukadeva Goswami said, My dear King Parikshit, the path indicated by Jadabharata is like the path followed by Garuda, the carrier of the Lord. The ordinary kings are just like flies. Flies cannot follow the path of Garuda. And to date, none of the great kings and victorious leaders could follow this path of devotional service, not even mentally. Purport. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.3, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschinmam veti tattvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. The path of devotional service is very difficult, even for great kings who have conquered many enemies. Although these kings are victorious on the battlefield, they could not conquer the bodily conception. There are many big leaders, yogis, swamis, and so called incarnations who are very much addicted to mental speculation and who advertise themselves as perfect personalities, but they are not ultimately successful. The path of devotion service is undoubtedly very difficult to follow, but it becomes easy, very easy, if the candidate actually wants to follow the path of Mahajan. In this age, there is the path of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared to deliver all fallen souls. This path is so simple and easy that everyone can take to it by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama Eva Kevalam. Hello, Nasteva, 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 Gathir Anyatha. We are very satisfied that this path is being opened by this Krishna consciousness movement because so many European and American boys and girls are taking this philosophy seriously and gradually attaining perfection. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swaha Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanitamischa Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, welcome to the today's Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to glorify the devotees, Lord, Prabhupada, and Guru Maharaj. So, so we will start. Here we are discussing about the glories of Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj was a great devotee of the Lord. He was able to follow so sincerely devotional service, but because of and he even left the entire, his kingdom, his family, wealth, everything, just to focus on devotional service. But then he was attracted to the, deer, because of which he had to take the next birth as a deer. So, and being in the deer body also, Bharat Maharaj was able to remember all his past activities, and his focus was still maintained. He was able to understand the purpose of life, how he should go back to the Godhead that he was very much aware of and conscious of, which is only possible in human body, and that too with the help of when somebody comes in touch with Acharya like Srila Prabhupada, then they are able to get the understanding. Otherwise, they are also like two-legged animals without any goal. And so Bharat Maharaj was able to remember all this purpose even in their body. And then when then he takes birth again as Jada Bharata, and this time he was very much careful not to commit those mistakes, and thus conduct his affairs with the world, material world, such that he doesn't fall trap into that. So in order to not get trapped, he consciously behaved as if he's foolish, and he's not a very stable person mentally. So he behaved in that way, so that there will not be any he will not be pulled into the worldly dealings. So that was the reason that Jadabharata was behaving in that manner. And then finally, Jadabharata also gives instructions to Rahuguna, King Rahuguna, on spirituality. And then, and he was able to complete his journey in that body and go back to Godhead. So, after having explained all the details, Shukadeva Goswami is explaining here that Tassedam Upagayanti. So, Shukadeva Goswami is glorifying Bharat Maharaj. See, such a nice glorification here. How, with analogy, Shukadeva Goswami is explaining the greatness of the devotional service and the greatness of the devotees who are following that devotional service. And here it is told, it is the life and life and the persistency with which Bharat Maharaj was able to follow devotional service in spite of so many fall downs, instead of so many adverse conditions also. Jada Bharata and Bharat Maharaj could actually follow this devotional service. So that persistency, that focused, that focus, बहुशाखा हि अनंताश्च abuddhayo avyavasayinam. So for those who are not focused, their branches, they are into many things. They are not focused in the devotion service. But here Bharat Maharaj is very much focused, even in many in different life, this thing also, lifetime also. So that persistency to reach the destination, and having understood the glories of Supreme Lord, having understood the position of a jiva, so Jadabharata has done that. So that is why this journey is being compared by Shukadeva Goswami to that of the flight of a Garuda. Garuda's flight is very, it's not very short, it's not a very short flight. It is a very long flight. And it is very strong also. It is interplanetary. Some birds can only fly to certain level, but some other birds, some few birds can fly for a little longer. So like that, there are birds which can fly for different distances. So some planets can actually reach other planets also. So here it is compared. This flight of Garuda is is not short distance. It can reach far, and it is a carrier of the Supreme Lord also. So then we can imagine. So that is the glory of Jada Bharata's Bharat Maharaj's journey, devotional journey, right from he being a King Bharat to Jada Bharata. So but others, so why it is so glorious? That is because Srila Prabhupada is explaining below. We will see that. So other kings, ordinary kings, are being compared here to flies. How far can a fly, fly? It cannot fly too long, too far, right? Maybe its life is also very short and only localized to certain area, some corner of a room or something like that. So that is the scope of the flight of a fly. So, but here, so there is, see, these the king's life, the glories of kings, who actually achieve many things by themselves, like fighting several wars, accommodating, accumulating a lot of wealth, winning several kingdoms, all material, all material. So what happens when so those achievements of those kings, though they are quite, they are famous in their own rights, they are only compared to that of the flies. And there is no comparison between Garuda's flight and the flies' flight. So that is how Shukadeva Goswami is glorifying the devotee. So devotees' activities are very, very glorifying. So many, like for example, if we take Dhruv Maharaj, we can see what a great achievement Dhruv Maharaj made. He went for something else, but however, he ended up in doing devotional service, and he was in a short period with focused attention. Dhruv Maharaj could achieve that in just 6 months, being just a 5-year-old boy. So, Lord is called Urukram. Urukrama means one who can do unimaginable, great achievements. So Lord's devotees are also, you know, also they're also equal in the sense, um, they go to a very great extent to achieve their goal of, pleasing the Supreme Lord. That is why Lord is always pleased with devotees. So sadhunam hridayam mahyam, sadhavo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam toham. So Lord says, I am in sadhu's heart always, and they are in me. They are in my heart. So though Lord is impartial, still, because they are dependent on Him, He reciprocates to a very good same extent, and that is why Krishna, though he is not controllable by anyone, Krishna is controlled by his devotees. That is the glory. So that is the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj, wherein, in short period, um, he pleased the Supreme Lord. So similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, he was, when the entire world was against or not in favor of devotion, and everybody had actually compromised to worship Hiranyakashipu, even including Narad Muni, but Prahlad Maharaj, the one and only, devotee who stood against the tyranny of his father, and he could stand against him and also um, glorify the Supreme Lord in those adverse conditions. So that is also one of, it's a great achievement. So similar to that of other great devotees. So similarly, if we see many devotees, even Pandavas had so much adversities, but still they did not forget Krishna. So if we take Srila Prabhupada's journey from Vrindavan to America, where he established the society, ISKCON society. So how much difficulties Srila Prabhupada himself faced. So in spite of all that, he went alone to the park and he was chanting with nobody to support as such, or nobody who understands what is Krishna consciousness. But still, with the Lord's blessing and mercy, and Prabhupada could do so much. So definitely, they are quite worth praising, right? Definitely. So, and that too, they should be praised in superlative. So that is what Shukadev Goswami is doing here. He is praising Jadabharata in superlative. He is comparing his journey to that of a flight. So these glories are, that is why we say always, all glories to assembled devotees. We always, whenever we are Prema Dhwani, we say all glories to assembled devotees. So because they are that, they are the worth claimants of that glory actually. So that is why, and glorifying devotees is good for everyone. So here, Manushanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattah. So out of so many men, only few endeavor for perfection. Perfection here means they try to achieve, in the transcendental journey, they try to achieve the siddha they want to achieve. But it might not be the topmost transcendental journey they have undertaken. For example, if they are working on, or if they are focused on Jnana Marga, or if they are anything less than devotional service, Jnana Marga, or if they have taken up Ashtanga Yoga, and also they are focusing on their breath, working on their how to control their breath, mind, and thus somehow try to remember Supreme Lord, and thus get into samadhi. So that is also Ashtanga Yoga, and in that is one way, that is one path, one of the transcendental options one can have. So such out of so many people who endeavor for such activity, such transcendental path, only few are successful. Kaschid ma yatati siddhaye. Yatati siddhaye. Yatataamapi siddhanam. Even so, out of those 1,000, only one. And out of those who are siddhas, who have achieved, they might not know who the Supreme Lord is. Who the Supreme Lord is in actual. So, kaschin mam veti tattvata. They may not know. Only very few among them come to that path where they know that everything is the cause of all causes is the Supreme Lord Krishna. That many may not know. So, but only so in out of that siddhas also few people know. So, kaschin mam veti tattvataha, only very few people know, and those are the devotees. So, as long as one is trying to do transcendental activity and not knowing Krishna, he is not still complete. But if somebody knows little bit about Krishna also, some little endeavor also, if he has put involving Krishna, then he is definitely on the progress of perfection. Today or tomorrow, he will reach that perfection stage, and also slowly he will become better and better. Ananyas chintayanto ma ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So Krishna says, such people may lack something and may have some good quality. So whatever good quality is there, Krishna protects. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. And if they lack something, that Krishna gives. So, and also it is said, Chetapi suduracharo bhajate ma mananya bhak sadureva mantavyaha samyak vyavastito hisaha. So even if he is a durachari, but he is under the fold of Krishna's, Lord's devotional service, and in the Krishna's devotees, under the fold of Krishna's devotees, then he is to be understood as a sadhu only, and he is properly placed. So it's such a big statement. Whereas if you see, he is actually a durachari. So, and then in the next shloka, Krishna says, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, shashvat shantim nigacchati, kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. That means, once durachari starts to connect with Krishna, he ended up becoming a Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. He became a dharmatma. And then he found the eternal peace also. Not only he became a dharmatma and good in qualities, that's all. Not like that. He became a shashvat shantim nigachati. He is at peace eternally, and that is because he has understood the purpose of life, and also he has understood the eternity concept, eternity aspect of Krishna and his devotees, and the process itself. So that is why, because he knows. See, like for example, if somebody goes out and he forgets to get back home, he doesn't know. He is all of a sudden he forgot. Sometimes it happens. Some old people, when they leave, I've heard stories. Some old person left, and he could not make it to the house because all of a sudden he forgot. He forgot what his address. He forgot where he is. All that. only here they will say something, some whatever they remember, they will tell. So people are not able to help them. So that means that is our position in the material world. If we do not know our original destination where we are supposed to go back, then uh, we are put to difficulties. We are exposed. Anybody can take undue advantage of our position. So, but if a Samaritan will be there who will take that person back to his home somehow, and then uh, and then mm, and then make his to his family. So likewise, the acharyas actually help the jivas who are lost their way, and then take them back to home, and then uh, um, go to his eternal father's place. So that is the position of acharyas. So that way, yes. So that way, so people so that is the position of a jiva who has forgotten his uh, actual place, original destination, original home. Okay, so these kings, coming back to this point, although the kings were victorious on the battlefield, see, they have achieved very highly in their material achievement, but still they cannot be compared. So kaschin mam yatadam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvatha. So that way, so very less people know about Krishna as no in his in his original understanding. Otherwise, what they see is what they see is Krishna's energy, Maya. But when uh, when when they endeavor with under proper guidance, with the spiritual master guidance, then they can understand their original position and they come to know about Krishna. So here it is told there are many big that is over. The path of devotional service is undoubtedly very difficult to follow. See, here it is mentioned, Prabhupada is mentioning very difficult to follow. But it becomes easy if candidate actually wants to follow the path of Mahajan. So actually, why it is told it is very difficult to follow. Many people think, devotional service, devotional path means it's very easy. And especially those who are those who hold jnana to be highest compared to the compared to devotion. They think jnana to be everything. They think once jnana is there, then they are able to see everything in proper light and they can get liberated. But that is not it. There is application. One may get enlightened, but that's fine. But still, but still, unless it is applied in the devotional service, unless it is the jnana or unless it is used in the practice in serving the Supreme Lord, this jnana is not going to help in any way. So, but actually, the devotional path is Prabhupada is saying very difficult. That is because it is not about controlling the external world. It is about controlling the inner self. So that is achieved only by devotional service. So devotees grow to a great extent to conquer their bodily conception. That is why they are actually great. Okay. So, and even then, if for a sadhaka who has embarked on controlling the bodily consciousness, also it is difficult. But for that, what one has to do is follow the path of a Mahajana. Srila Prabhupada is saying. Mahajan. So, Sangatyagat satovritte. Satovritte means to follow somebody's example, to follow some example or follow the process given by a great acharya. So that is what is Sangatyaga Satovritte Shadabhir Bhaktir Prasiddhati. So there are 6 qualities that Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has told, out of which one is Satovritte, to take the path of, to take the example of somebody great and follow it in that way. So Prabhupada is also mentioning here, actually wants to follow the path of Mahajan. But actually there is some, to follow the path of Mahajan, I was hearing His Holiness Haradra Swami's class, and Maharaj is so wonderfully, profoundly explaining how it is important to be very simple in following. Generally, Maharaj was explaining also that somebody might have conquered the conquered his attraction to power, money, women, but still the subtle anarthas will still be there. And that is because the intelligent comes into play. So this intelligent comes into play means, see, it is very difficult not to apply intelligence in every field of our activity. Maharaj was explaining. So when it comes to devotional service also, there is a tendency in everyone to actually apply the intelligence, in the sense, Swayam ka intelligence, his own intelligence, or we say, or we can say the that is very much a part of a person, for anything. See, because there are four things, right? Eating, mating, sleeping, defending. So when it comes to that nature of defending, for the nature of to defend himself, to defend his own interests, either physically or emotionally, for all that, one uses his intelligence. So it is very much a part of the intelligence, of a person. So that quality to apply that intelligence and to safeguard his own interests also comes into picture. But when among devotees, when this intelligence comes into picture, or in spiritual realm, when this comes into picture, then that doesn't really work. That is because Maharaj was explaining that the spiritual activities are beyond the intelligence realm, which means it is beyond the material realm. It is beyond intelligence. So when it is beyond intelligence, we are not one very educated person, very smart person also is not good enough to understand, because it is beyond intelligence. A very smart person works on a platform of intelligence, and he can understand many things on that platform. But when the realm itself is different, when the realm itself is a spiritual realm where intelligence cannot be applied, that places, when somebody tries to use that intelligence, it fails. And what is that? The Maharaj was calling 4th dimension. In that dimension, what works is basically the mercy. The mercy, only mercy works. The entire devotional aspect is based on the flow of mercy from the top to bottom. So the position of any devotee is to receive mercy. Receive mercy. That is how one should position himself. One should position himself. So when that is the case, the intelligence does not work at all. So once we understand this point, then we can actually position ourselves to act in such a way that we always try to receive mercy. So it is very difficult to come out of that usage of intelligence everywhere. So if somebody says something also, if somebody in the in generally, we try to see if whether even if he is a devotee, then they're thinking, the other devotee, he thinks that whether whatever he's telling me, is it in my interest, or is he making use of me, or that kind of mentality is always there, because he wants to protect his own interest, and that is with the help of his intelligence, and which is not applicable in the spiritual realm. So that is why one should, even Maharaj says, even if somebody is trying to cheat also, do not bother, because anyway you have been getting cheated, you will get cheated. Either you will cheat or somebody will cheat you in every phase of life. So what if he is a devotee? But that cheating also will actually help in grow devotionally. So one should give up that. Fundamentally, the basic point is one should give up that usage of that extra intelligence, that crookedness, or we call street smartness, in the devotional uh, field of activities, and try to please and wait for the mercy. And also Maharaj was telling that mercy cannot be demanded. Mercy can only flow. Mercy can only flow from the top to the bottom. So we have to wait. We have to do our sadhana. Whatever we do, it is for our purification. But on the strength of sadhana, one cannot demand mercy. So mercy means it is like a monopoly business of Krishna. Monopoly business of Krishna, and whenever he thinks he has to give mercy, he will give. Sometimes it also happens that if we usually see, there are beggars, they who are begging, but those who are begging the most may not get anything. But sometimes it happens that somebody is not begging at all, but still some rich man calls them and gives them whatever, some helps them in some way. So similarly, so mercy is not, we cannot demand, because I have begged more, you should give me. So it is a monopoly of Krishna's. So Krishna has to, if he gives, he gives. He doesn't give, doesn't give. That's all. So, but we have to, of course, so keep on working. So the point is, one may not have knowledge, one may not have devotion also, but he has to present himself again and again and again in front of Lord and devotees. We don't know when that one will give that mercy. So Maharaj gave one example wherein one laborer is there. He goes for a work in a very rich man's house. So first day he went, he asked for some job. He said, you clean this place, some small veranda or something. He cleaned, but he did not pay. He said, you come tomorrow. So then he went again. So he goes again and again. He gives small work he gives. But after a few days, he gave some 10 rupees, 15 rupees, whatever he gave. But that is not his full mercy. He showed some mercy, but that is not his full capacity of what he can give. But then this laborer should be intelligent enough. He should know this man is a very rich person. He can anytime give me a big amount. So that like that, the Lord we know is all merciful, and he can give mercy anytime, anytime, and he can bless, and he can give mercy anytime. But if you are not intelligent enough, we will do little bit and stop. That should not happen. So one should go on attempting like that laborer. He should go on again and again and again, and then one day definitely he will be able to give. So only qualification is that to present ourselves and knowing that Lord is all merciful, he will definitely, he does give mercy to his devotees, definitely. So that is how one should place himself. And also, mercy is costless. Prabhupada writes, mercy is costless. That is because it is not influenced by how much we have tried to impress. So as it was mentioned earlier, it is monopoly business of Krishna. So there is no cause that can trigger mercy as such. But however, we have to prepare ourselves to receive the mercy by purifying ourselves. So I will share the YouTube link with Sankarshan Priya Prabhu. And then it is a very profound, very deep class that Maharaj was giving, and the entire hall was very spellbound. So yes. So in this age of Kali, Mahaprabhu has given Hare Krishna Mantra. See how one should be intelligent enough. It is mentioned. um, so this glory, this devotional service, devotional path, whatever in the Jadabharata was following, is also available to everyone in this age of Kali also through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyaihi Sankirtanai Prayayir Yajantihi Sumedasa. So intelligence to take up Sankirtana is very important. If somebody is taking up Sankirtana, why it is Sankirtana? Somebody asks question. Somebody may ask question, why I should take Sankirtan? There are so many processes. No, Acharya has told that you take Sankirtan process. This is the process for age of Kali. Somebody may question. When somebody questions, that is where this intelligence comes into picture. Then that time, that is intrinsic nature of the jiva. To question, ask, because he is working on a intelligence platform. Okay, but for somebody who is working on the mercy platform, who has got already some sukruti, some mercy, he will immediately accept it. So the material intelligence should be actually used. Maharaj says that in surrendering to the process, in surrendering to the devotional service. So that is the only that is what it should be used for. Okay, but after that, whatever process is there, it is all readily given, and it is all given by the most merciful, munificent acharyas of that time. And here here it is mentioned, Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyaihi Sankirtane Prayer. Yagyaihi Sankirtane Prayer. Prayer means predominantly, Yagyaihi Sankirtane Prayer. 99% only this. Yagyaihi Sankirtane Prayer. Yajantihi Sumedasaha. So they put effort in Sankirtan. They perform Sankirtan Yagya, being intelligent enough. So that is the process. That is why Srila Prabhupada, when wanted to inaugurate Vrindavan temple, he only wanted to do Sankirtan, but then to attract the people who are not completely convinced in Sankirtan process, Prabhupada arranged for yagyas in the inauguration. So that is the process, and so we have discussed the glories of devotees. How Srila Prabhupada himself, did a great achievement, which is normally not possible for any person, and this kind of glory is actually compared to that of the flight of Garuda against the flight of the flies. And also we saw how and one more point is the mercy, like how the mercy flows from top to bottom. The respect also goes from bottom to top. Prabhupada is explaining one of the purports. So that means everyone in the parampara has to be, we have to show that honor and respect and devotion to the devotees in the in the lineage and the peers also. So how this intelligence is devotional service is beyond the intelligence is what we saw in the second point. And for this Kali Yuga, how one should take to Harinama and also avoid the subtle the traps that Maya, you know, um, uses to in the form of subtle anarthas. So better to we can see how intelligence plays, because if there is some activity, if somebody says, the first thing that comes into mind is, oh, why we should do like that? Can we not do it in a different way? Some counter suggestion will always be there in any seva or anywhere. Okay, so that is like, we can understand that intelligence is in play. It is not that this path is right or that path is right. One work can be achieved in both ways. For in any service that we are doing, we can achieve a thing in X way also, Y way also. But if there is a X way suggested, our mind will always, suggest Y way. If Y is suggested, our mind will always suggest X. We will not simply agree to, whatever. So this is only theoretically I'm speaking. I have not practiced it yet, but this is a very good eye opener. It might help if properly in the right spirit it is taken and followed. So once again I will share that video. I will request all the devotees to see that. So thank you so much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
Thank you, Sachitanya Prabhu. Thank you for the very nice class. I would request the devotees to share any comments or reflections or questions that you may have, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class. Prabhu, I always was thinking why Rahoguna did not try to enlighten his father and brothers, but now suddenly he started speaking to Rahoguna. Jadabharata started speaking to Rahoguna. So is it because of the causeless mercy of the Lord for Rahoguna, Prabhu?
Causeless mercy of the Lord to Rahoguna.
Rahoguna.
Yes,
Jadabharata could have tried to enlighten his father and brothers. No, Prabhu. Compassion. He could have had compassion for them.
Yes, Mataji, that is right. That is right. I don't know exactly how to put it, but definitely I heard this point that Jadabharata showed mercy to his father, in his that it is called saguna mercy, means one actually in relationship, in the material relationship. Then when it comes to when he was being offered to Mother Kali, then those dacoits, he showed mercy with their lives. Then he showed fullest mercy to Rahuguna by advising him. But yes, how spiritually or qualification wise this works, and why his father was not eligible, or maybe in next Janma he got paid. I don't know, Mataji. That part I'm not sure about. Even if we see great acharyas with their family, they did not give much advice. But it was all the public, other people who are not materially, bodily associated, they have taken the full advantage. It is about the qualification, which may be not there at that time, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. So you also should be qualified to get that.
Yes, we have to create our qualification. We have to put our efforts to receive.
Yes,
because it is said, it is typically said that if we want rain, we should dig the well. If we think let it rain and then I will take, that may not happen. And then rain will go, then again well will be not filled. So both should be there. One should put effort also and wait for the mercy of the Lord to happen.
Yes, Prabhu, I understood, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Dandavat.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Sachitane Prabhu, can I add one point, Prabhuji, to this?
Definitely, Prabhu. Please.
I think typically if we see the great acharyas, when they take birth in a family, and in some situations we see that their parents appear to be not devotees or not inclined to be to the devotional service. One thing is that I think it's a circumstances that is created. Another one is, Prabhuji, what I understand is when pure devotees are born, there's several generations of the ancestors and they are delivered. They may appear to be the material platform just because, for example, Jadaparata has taken birth in the womb of that specific parents. They are delivered. That's how, I think, even if you see in Prahlad Maharaj's history, Narasimhadev says, your father is delivered. And also we see the other great saints like uh, even Raghavendra Swami or other, it appears that they are material, but they are not, they may not be. It's a kind of a situation they are put into. And then that's my understanding, Prabhu. And why Rahuguna? It's kind of a Sukruti, Prabhu. I think, he might have attained enough Sukruti to receive mercy. And also, Mataji also has mentioned costless mercy from the Lord. That's my understanding, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhu. In
Yes.
continuation of the answer to Saraswati Mataji's question, Prabhu, we can quote Damodara Leela, where Mother Yashoda has to do the two-finger this thing, endeavors from her side, mercy from the Lord.
Correct.
So both
Yes,
have to go hand in hand. Then only
correct.
you can progress. Thank you very much.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other comments or questions from any other devotees? Okay, Prabhuji, I think there are no questions. We can end today's session. Thank you very much again, Prabhu. We'll end with Vaishnav Pranam. Pancha Kalpataru. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Koti Vaishnavranta ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna. We will meet again tomorrow morning. So
Hare
Saturday
Krishna
morning.
Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
you will be. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a question, Prabhu. You
Yes,
said you will
yes.
be sharing the link. Will you be sharing the link in our Nityam Bhagavata Seva group, Prabhu?
I will share it with Sankarshan Prabhu. Prabhuji, you share it in a group or you have we have another group to share
We
it?
don't have any specific group for Nityam Bhagavata Seva. I will put it in the Vaishnava Seva group where all we can put it in that, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, I will.
Vaishnava Seva group, are we also there in that, Prabhu?
All devotees are included in that, Mataji. There is one more group, not the announcement group, but it is a group that was created. I'll send it to you, Mataji. I think I have your phone number.
Thank you.
Prabhuji has also.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna.
Just a reminder, devotees, this Saturday we will have the association of His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj in the temple from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So if possible, please try to come in person. We will do the YouTube live streaming also that day. Thank you, Prabhuji.